Who do you think will buy TikTok? That's a good question. I think Google should buy it. The other options, Microsoft, Apple. It's not too many that can afford it, and I don't think they're going to have to sell. It's just unconstitutional. What is TikTok worth? Maybe like 300 billion, something like that. But when you have to sell something, there's usually a discount. Family DAP 3240. Family DAP. So 50 million more people used the Facebook product than last quarter. Seems like that's gonna reach a plateau. Swing trading. What is swing trading? What does that mean? What does that even mean? You don't come to Shkreli with stupid questions. You don't come to Shkreli saying stupid things. Do you understand? So yeah, Meta's a really cool company. We've been fans of Meta here for a while. The marketing and sales costs have dropped dramatically. That's interesting. Costs don't matter that much to Meta, but it's still kind of neat. So yeah, 27% revenue growth for Meta, pretty amazing. The next quarter, they're looking for not so amazing revenue growth. So that's the big problem, right? What they say next quarter would be 36.5 to 39. So maybe that's going to be 37.5. Oh, that's not so bad. Why is everyone getting upset for? That's still a lot of growth. Headcount 69,329. It's funny they do this big reduction in force, but they're creeping back up. I think all of Meta's expenses are basically going to NVIDIA. Oh yeah, Meta only has one business right now, which is ads. The Reality Labs Oculus stuff is too small to move the needle. It's almost all ads still. We're gonna look at some private companies today, some public companies. We're gonna do some other kinds of work. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Meta's just an amazing business. It's really hard for them to lose, you know? Llama 3. It's been a good start to the year. The new version of Meta AI with Llama 3 is another step towards building the world's leading AI. We're seeing healthy growth across our apps, and we continue to make steady progress building the metaverse as well. Yeah, I think CSAM is just something that is not going to be that prevalent on the web because you can get arrested for it. I mean, it's pretty crazy, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be that problematic. I don't know if Karuna is a bad buy. I got pretty much every kind of guitar except Telecaster. I don't like Telecaster. I don't know if any big pharma is going to be easy double. There's no easy doubles in big pharma, that's for sure. I do still like 𝗙𝗢𝗓𝗏, but it's just biotech is wasteland, man. Okay, so not a whole lot in the press release. You guys are shooting stock after stock at me. I'm not Jim Cramer. Shout out to Jim. I try not to talk about stuff I don't know. Yeah, I stream in Discord every day. So if you miss these streams and you like these streams, I'm on Discord a lot because it's more private and personal, it feels like. Whereas these streams feel like I can't really talk to anybody, you know what I mean? Would I like to be governed by AI? I don't think we're gonna have a choice, homie. I don't think we're gonna have a choice. Something else. Why are you obsessed with the SEC website? I like this guy. Well, when you do financial analysis, the place where the companies put out their financial reports is the SEC website, their SEC forms. I hope that clarifies the matter for you. Let me know if it doesn't. I can maybe make it a little simpler to understand. I haven't updated this Facebook model in a while. 12 billion net income. So let's just do a simple analysis. The last 12 months, Facebook's net income was 47 billion. You got that, chat? Keep that number in your head. 47 billion. Got it? Just 47. Can you remember it? I'm getting older, so I don't know if I can. 47, right? Okay, we're going to look up the stock. I typed FB, but it's Meta. Used to be FB. So we're going to type 443 in here. That's the stock price. And the number of shares they have is, I want to say it was 2625. We'll go with that number. So that's Q124. So I'm going to divide this by that number 47 billion earnings. So it's 25 times trailing 12 months, the last 12 months. So you take 47 and you multiply it by, say, 10% earnings growth. It's, oops, order of operations issue here. It's 22 times maybe the next 12 months. I had a small 𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗧𝗧. It was not necessarily great. Wait, it says I have 3,000 viewers. Does that make sense? I don't think that's possible. I've never had that many viewers in my life. Huge fan of 𝗩𝗏𝗘𝗢𝗏. Yeah, that one's even better. It's kind of amazing. Facebook's cash flow is so much higher than their net income. Good puzzle for you guys at home. Okay, from 10Q. Here's what I was looking at, revenue. I didn't copy these wrong. Total revenue 36455. US revenue 13646, right? Asia Pac 10312, Europe 8404, rest of the world 4093. This adds up to 36455, right? All good. When I go down here, and I know, Facebook's fine. I just, it's weird. I'm not getting the right numbers. When you go down here, so this is all revenue, period. That's why it adds up to this number. This is all revenue, period, for US and Canada, but it says 15,824. Right? Does it make sense? But up there it's at 13,646. Does that make sense to you? The hell? Oh, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. All these numbers are off. This is 7480. Oh, okay. Well, Asia Pac here is 7481. Yeah, maybe, you know what? I think you're right. I think it might be US and Canada. Thank you. These are just so funky. No, up here it says US and Canada, 13646. I'm reading it wrong. I must be reading it wrong. Yeah, I do think Bitcoin will hit 1 million. But it's weird because these other revenue numbers are right. 36,455, 40, etc. These all are on the top of that. Let me go back to here, 11,499. That was US ads Q123, so that's here. But now it says 12,710. Okay. This allocation differs from our revenue disaggregated by geography. This is our estimate. What? How could they not know? Yo, you gotta do me like that. I like Solana. Okay, so let's see. How do I even do this? US, Canada, guesstimate. US, Canada, company estimate. The official estimate of the actual result. Does that make sense? I don't know. It feels crazy to write that. Okay. 12,024, 12,788, 12,766, 15,005, 12,710, 14,131, 14,956, 17,784, 15,451. Okay. Pretty healthy growth there.
just want consistent numbers, you know? Like the past shouldn't change, if that makes sense. Look at the Asia growth, pretty steady, but when they say the official Asia number, it's like way different. It's much bigger. It's 10 billion on the official number, but here it's 8 billion. Either way, it's growing very fast. Just I don't see how they can't know what their revenue is. Make sense? I mean, they do have another thing where they say what their revenue is. So let's say this is ads, by the way. This is maybe like where they think the users are for the ads that, but it seems like, I don't know if I even care about that number. Like, where are the users that saw the ads? Is that really that important? I guess. And then this number is what exactly? It's like so cringe. Okay, here's the rest of the world. These are matching up, right? So that is, except here. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna say rest of world revenue, actual revenue. This is not the same, not the same, not the same. Okay, we'll figure this out at some point. But it's pretty cringe that they have two definitions of revenue. All right, $1 trillion company. Not the way I would do it, but you know, I trust in the Zuck. I need more coffee, man. Already feeling like a nap. It's that old man energy. All right, daily active people. You can see has gone up like very slowly. They need to create more people for Facebook to grow. That's what Zuck needs to do. We'll figure out if we're bullish on Meta in a minute. Autistic and lonely. It's my friend's new clothing line. So Meta looks, I don't know, fairly valued. Maybe it's a little cheap. I think that one of the things that that's really hard to think about as an investor is what is the ability for the company to return on excess cash flows. And Meta has demonstrated a really good ability to do that over the years. They're really, really, really good at new products and staying on the forefront, new ideas and things like that. So with companies like that, where a big part of the future value of the company is dependent on management, Tesla is a really good example. It's really hard to value those companies numerically. You can, and I've done that, and I've shown you guys how to do that, but you know, when you have a manager that's good, the value of the company almost becomes infinite because you have this ability to recycle capital that is just never going to end, like Optimus maybe with Tesla or something like that, right? So it's really, you know, something special when you get that. Zuck is a beast. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion anymore. It was unpopular when I said it 2 or 3 years ago, but I think people, like, you know, that's a really good example of what I'm talking about. I think there's an impression that Google can't recycle their excess cash flow easily, whereas Meta is always finding new things to do with it and doing really well. Google, you can value the company more closely on the actual business and not any future undisclosed or unrealized business. Does that make sense?